Today we are making an onion pie. Let's start with the homemade crust. Got all our ingredients out. Right here we've got them measured out, so all we got to do is do it. It's in this last cookbook that I wrote. Live each little moment, y'all. And if you want to make it with me, the crust and the actual pie is on page 139. 139. So let's put our book right over here. And then we're going to move the whole thing right over here. And we're fixing to make it. It won't take long now, so stay with me. You need to make an onion pie. That's for sure. Instead of making mine in a pie pan, I'm going to make mine in a skillet like this. And it'll be so good. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 1.5 cups of all-purpose white lily flour. 1.5 cups all-purpose, not the rising kind, just all-purpose. You put it directly into your skillet or your pie plate, whichever one you want to do it with. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then you're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you're going to add 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Y'all are saying, oh, Brenda, that can't make a crust. Well, oh, Brenda, it can. And I'm going to stir this up in here. The grease and the flour and everything. I'm going to stir it real good. It's just easy as pie to make, y'all. Easy as pie. We're going to make an onion pie. I've got my oven set, and I've got it set on 370. Actually, I think you cook the pie on 375, but I turned it down because the pie I'm putting in this crust today doesn't take that, it's not that much. All right, so now what we have set aside over here is 3.5 tablespoons, 3.5 tablespoons of whole milk. And if you don't have whole milk, maybe you can use buttermilk. I don't know. If you use regular milk, make sure that you don't put too much in there, like if it's fat-free, because it's thinner. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to add half of this. Sometimes I don't have to add all of it. Now we're going to see. And no, it's not going to stick. It's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be good. All right. That's looking real good. Now I'm going to get out. I think I will go ahead and put some more in there. About half of that. I think that'll be plenty. I'm going to get out some flour to do my hands with so it won't stick to my hands, okay? Let me get me out a little bowl and get me out a little thing of flour here. Just so I can put my hands in it and get it going. All right, we're going to kind of pull this up around the sides so that our onions and our cheese and everything we're going to put in our onion pie, which is on the same page. All right, here we go. I'm going to scrape it all up from there and get it all over here together. Now, I am going to flour my hands. And I'm going to sprinkle just a little flour on that. And I'm going to start pulling it up and rolling it in a ball. That looks good. See, that's going to be our pie dough. If you're making a pie like a lemon icebox pie or a pudding pie type thing that you're supposed to have your crust already done, well, you can just do yours like this and put it in the oven, and these freeze good too. All right, put it in your pan and start spreading it out as evenly as you can. Now, like I say, I'm doing mine with my fingers, and I'm going to spread it out all on the bottom like this, and I'm going to come up the sides a little ways too. It's just I'm not there yet. If your pie pan is real small, what you may want to do is take your thumbs too, y'all, to go up the side a little bit. You may want to just use 3/4 of this and use the other for some other kind of little pie or something, okay? I just don't want it to be thin anywhere. I want to stretch this middle part out so it could go up the side, so. Like that. You don't want that part right there to be real thick. You want to try to spread it out so that everything is about the same, okay? Like that. All right. That looks good. Now we're not going to put it in the oven because we're fixing to put our filling in there. You can put whatever kind of filling you want, but I want onion pie today. That's what I'm going to have for lunch. Onion pie. I didn't like my breakfast that I had this morning. It just didn't taste good. I had an egg with a avocado and some hot sauce and stuff on it, but it just didn't satisfy me. It did not satisfy me. And I'm so glad I could wear eye makeup again. I don't know what to do. I know if George was living, he'd be glad too. All right, there it is. There's our pie crust. And now we're going to put our filling in it. Let me get out our stuff. Before we start mixing our ingredients together, we've got to have 4 slices of bacon, and I'm using Kaneka bacon. It's really good thick. I'll show it to you. Isn't that pretty? I need 4 slices. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, I've got a little skillet over here, and I'm going to cut this up in this skillet and let it be cooking while we fix the other part. Well, I try to do this as quickly as I can because I know y'all don't want to just sit here and watch me cook, and I try to make my videos shorter. But it's hard. I'm telling you, it is hard to do. As a matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do now is get out that's 2 pieces, right? Let me get out a knife and see if that'll do better. So I can speed this thing up just a little bit. Let's cut this good bacon up. I'll have to eat a little bit before I put it in the pie because y'all know I always have to have a little taste. And you can crumble it up smaller than this after you fix everything, okay? I just like to go ahead and cut it a little bit, and then I can crumble it up more if I need to go in our onion pie today. Have y'all ever eaten an onion pie? You know, I don't know if this recipe is a new recipe or not. I think it's kind of new, and the reason I say that is I don't remember my mother making it. And some of you may already be making it. And you could change yours up the way you like. All right, let's put all that good bacon in there. Let it start frying. Now that it's in there, I'm going to turn it down low because I'm not in any hurry for that to fry. We're going to need 2 cups of sharp cheese. And a lot of times I buy red rind. Today I bought the black. I don't even know if there's any difference in it. It's got cheesecloth around it. You always want to make sure that you get all your cheesecloth off, that you ain't got any in your meal that you're fixing to serve. That helps it stay nice and fresh. We're going to need 2 cups, I think. Let me look back and make sure. Yep, 2 cups. That first part of it's so skinny, it's hard to do. I'm going to go ahead and get this done until I get 2 cups. and then I'll be back with you. So my video won't be so long. I've almost got 2 cups. I don't like very much longer. This is good exercise. It's good for your arms and your chest. Let's see if that's 2. It's getting mighty close. Yep, that's gonna make it just right at it. Plus or minus a tablespoon. Okay, 2 cups of cheese. Now we're gonna get to go next. Okay, y'all, our bacon is nice and crispy. I'm going to drain it like this. I like to hold my skillet up. This is how brown I wanted it. I wanted it real crispy and brown. We'll spread it around on here and let it drain some more. But I got most of the grease right here at the bottom of the skillet like that. It really helps if you tilt your skillet. And I am certainly going to save this grease. I am. I was sent this week. And thank you. And I'm going to pour it in there. And that will be a good thing. All right, let's let that cool now. I can't help but just get one little piece and eat it. All your recipe in your book calls for 3 very large sweet onions. I did not have 3 very large sweet onions, so I did 4 of the medium size. And we are going to saute these, and all I'm going to do is just cut them in strips like this. You don't want little squares in this one. You just want strips, and we're going to saute them in just a second to go in our pie. It won't take me long. There's a lot of onions to cut up. All right, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of butter in this large skillet I've got. I've got it turned on. 1 and 2 and 3. If you'd like to use your bacon grease in here instead of the butter, that will be fine, but I'm going to go right by the recipe. And we're going to put our onions in there, and we're going to saute them until they're nice and mellow and pretty. And since they're still together like that, I'm going to do like this and kind of separate them a little. That isn't all of them. When you cut up 3 onions, it's a bunch. We're going to have a nice big pie. But you know, these will cook down. They will look like we got 1 onion in it the time it's done. My grandchildren love onion pie. Now, they do. They love it. Okay, I hear it cooking. And while this is cooking, we've already got our bacon done. We're going to mix our other ingredients. In our bowl, we're going to beat up 4 eggs. Get you kind of a large bowl so you can mix it all together well, okay? All right. Break them up, and then we're going to mix these good. Y'all like this old bowl? Look at it. I love it. I think it's just gorgeous. After you get those beat up good, which I've got done, I'm going to put in, if I can get over here to it, 1/4 cup of milk, sweet milk. In other words, sweet milk means whole milk. My mother wouldn't have drank any skimmed milk to save her life. Now we're going to put in this. Now, you know, in the crust, we used all-purpose white lily. This one is a self-rising. And I'm going to beat it into here. And you're supposed to beat it till there's no lumps. Some of y'all might want to use a whisk. I'm not a whisk type girl. It's just an old fork, an old knife, and an old spoon is fine with me. Okay, when our onions get done, we're going to put that in, okay? And yes, I know I'm making a mess. All right, there we go. Now let's add our salt and pepper. I put a top on my onions to kind of get them going. You're going to salt and pepper this to taste. So just play like you were cooking 4 eggs. And so just do it to taste. There's this little pepper. That's probably what I would do. And I would do me some salt. Make sure that'll come out. Somebody asked me one time what this was. Where did I get these? No, this is just a canning jar. And this thing right here went on top of one of those creamers that you put in your coffee. And you just do like that. This was given to me. And they told me what they did. Did I put enough salt? Let me put a little bit more. There we go. Because that makes it good. Beat that up in there, and let's see what else we need to do. Beat the eggs up, add the salt and pepper and the milk in a large bowl. Okay, then we're going to add our onions in just a little bit when they get ready. Okay? Our onions are sauteing real good. With that butter in there. We'll let them get just a little bit browner, and then they'll be big. After my onions got soft, I just kind of hit them with the downspout of this scoop, and even cut them up just a little bit more. Okay, it's time to finish this little jewel look. We're going to take our onions, since they're sauteed, they look really pretty. See? All right. Put them in with your egg mixture. This is a heavy skillet right here, I'm telling you. Like that. And half of your cheese. And stir that around. Mix it up real good. Now we're going to stir it in our pie crust, our skillet. If it comes up over the sides, it'll be okay. I'm talking about the sides of the actual crust. Pour it in. Spread it out a little. Ooh, it's going to fit perfectly. Yay! All right, we're going to bake it on 375. I think you're supposed to do it on 350, but I don't know when my crust to get done. Maybe it will. You put this on top, the rest of that, and as soon as this comes out of the oven, we're going to put our bacon on top of that. And you talking about good, we've got us an onion pie. And I've got it set on 370. It's what I've got. And then we will put this bacon over here on top of it just as soon as it comes out, because we want it to get nestled in with the cheese. Can't wait. I kind of panicked, so I put it on what the recipe says. Even though I made the pie crust, I'm going to put it on 350. That's what it's going to cook on. And I'll tell you how long it takes when we get through. Hey, y'all. Here it is. Let's put our bacon on top. Our cheese looks good and crusty on there. I'm holding y'all up with my phone. I cooked it a little bit too long. I got in there painting. But it's going to be fine. I'm going to let it cool about 5 minutes before I try to cut it. Our crust looks nice and crispy right there. Cheese is all melted. And we are going to have a good little piece of onion pie here in just a minute. Now don't forget what page it's on. Page 139 in the Live Each Little Moment cookbook. And you can get them at Hoffman Media under BrendaGanttBook.com. A lot of y'all have all three of them. And you're cooking up a storm with it, aren't you? Let's let it cool about 5 minutes and then we're going to eat it. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes. I couldn't wait. We'll turn it around a little bit. Woo! Some of my crust is still on the bottom. Let me get it up. That didn't do right there. All right, so here it is, our onion pie. And let's give it a little sampling. My eyes are watering a little bit, aren't they? I can't help it. I should have waited another minute or two. It is piping hot, but it is delicious. And y'all, that onion flavor is so good in there. This would be good for breakfast instead of lunch. And I think it'd be just really good like that. Onion pie. Y'all try it. Another thing that would be good in here, to me, is you could make it kind of like a quiche and put some broccoli in it. That'd be good too. You know, use what you got and do what you can. Love y'all. Have a great day. Go to BrendaGanttBook.com. You can see all 4 of my books there. Love y'all. Bye-bye.